This is a throwback, huh? This is our old intro music.
Yeah. I'm gonna play this little video because I want to see if the bit rate drops on it. A little bit of experimental.
Balls Deep Football. First of all, fucking loving the name, man.
Hey, what's up, Balls Deep?
Balls deep. Balls deep. This is Dr. C.
Hey guys, this is Kyle up in Austin. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Love the show.
His highlight tape looked like a VHS porno from '94. It's just grainy and. Why the fuck is he starting? Unless you're trying to win some free beer, unless you're trying to get a year's supply of Bud Light, ain't no fucking reason this guy is starting. But this is where you kind of play the statistics game. A regress to means. You know Kirk ain't gonna score another negative the following week.
Hey, did you not just watch the game that we watched?
Oh. You know Lamar Miller is carted off.
What? Oh, he was asleep!
The stats would say that he did perform very well, but then I think if you look
Pull
at the
him up,
team-
Bob.
Okay, let's check that. Hold on. Let me
Pull
this
him up.
up.
Yeah, but while you pull that up, man, what I would say is that motherfucker don't know me personally, man. He don't know this league how I know this league, man. But he was right, man. Minshew, he killed it the first 2 weeks. Nothing all over the place.
People do not like Kirk Cousins.
People don't like Kirk Bangs, and they
No,
absolutely
no.
right, man.
It's not so much roll the dice. Like you actually have a viable backup. Do you go with your backup or do you go with your main guy?
I mean, you going with that bad bitch over there that, you know, she may not even end up touching willy-nilly, or you gonna go for the sure, you know, girl over there with a little bit bigger love handles, but still got a pretty face, and you know she gonna gobble it up. So, I mean, in this case, I mean, you answer the question, you go with it. Me personally, your boy nasty. Your boy done had many times where, hey, if it's a guaranteed buffet, I'm going. But
So you're playing the backup.
well, no. I would just say that was the sex life.
Same with Josh Gordon, Antonio Brown. You know, Gordon out there blowing down, Antonio Brown out there nutting on girls' backs. It's like they're doing their own thing that's not relative to football, the culture, being around the team, chemistry, all these little variables. Yeah, it's, you know, us as fantasy players, we ignore.
I just want to say keep up the amazing work and dropping the knowledge that you guys have been supplying, and people are sort of looking at me as some sort of NFL encyclopedia when it comes to fantasy, and that's a big thanks to you guys. So I'll keep spreading the word and keep up the great work.
This is a real story. It just came
Fucking way.
Just came up on NFL.com.
If you ain't got Pepto Bismol, the next best thing is to listen to us, man. We'll tell you how to turn this shit around right here.
Boom, and we are back with an episode of Balls Deep Football. If you were one of the few people tuning in before, we were having technical difficulties. I think we got it figured out. Nap, how you doing, man? I'm kind of in a dark environment, but I have some light this time. What's going on, bro? Wait,
Hey, I'm good, man. I'm
Where are you?
happy
There
to
you are.
talk. Happy to talk ball with you on a school night, man.
Yeah. Ooh. Let me make sure we're all cool
Right
here.
now, watching these Titans whoop up on these Buffalo Bills. D was saying what I just was thinking in my head, that, man, we got to play this motherfucker Clowney next week, man. He's about to come tag Deshaun Watson a couple times.
Yeah. You think he's gonna be as fired up because the Bill O'Brien's fired? Like he's not gonna be as proved a point. There's no one to prove a point to because the guy who outed him is gone himself. But
That is
he's
true.
still gonna
because it's Romeo Crennel there now, and everyone loves Romeo Crennel. So
he'll probably still do it because he has to show.
oh, yeah, he's gonna
He's gonna show
fuck
up.
our linemen. I want to see him against Tunsil. We'll get to see how those practice sessions were.
Yeah. So what's the score right now in Buffalo? I'm looking. They're not.
Yeah, Tennessee 28-10. Tennessee 28-10. Bills are just trying to drive. They just can't seem to convert on third down, I guess. It's not really like a turnover type game. Allen did have a tip pass picked off. Malcolm Butler's playing pretty good. But yeah, man, it's looking good. We'll see if they come back. They're
Alrighty.
trying to drive back young Josh Allen. Add another game to his fourth quarter comebacks, but doesn't look like it, man.
Well, I hope. I'm hoping not because.
For the gamblers, if anything, I hope you took the unders. I think it was 52.5 under. Right now they're sitting at 38 points 10 minutes ago. One team trying to run out the clock, the other trying to go. So Yeah, I hope you got the under.
Well, speaking of gambling, I saw a stat yesterday on the Monday night game. We'll jump to it because we have some breaking news here. If you haven't seen it, there was like a gambling odd that like if Drew Brees came back and won the game, it was just crazy odds where you were like got an obscene amount of money, and some guy took it, and I didn't see the result of it. I didn't follow up with whoever took the bet. But obviously the Saints did come back and win that game, which we'll talk about.
Oh yeah, that's that live
crazy.
betting. Yeah, that live betting's crazy. I mean, I think that's more of my game. Like, I like to watch the game. I feel like I have a good read on it as you're watching from first to second to third quarter. I like to, because the odds will change, the spread will change based off the score is. And, like yesterday, the Saints were still favored. It was -7 at the start of the game, even when the Chargers were up 24-10 or whatever. When they were up by two possessions, the Saints were still favored by like a half point, and it was like wild. So I took Justin Herbert 1.5 touchdowns. I took the over. So all he had to do was throw 2, and he hit that shit like on the third drive.
He played really well. I think a lot of people were surprised.
Man.
I mean, some people weren't because they knew, but yeah. So right now, I've got some players in this matchup with the Bills, and I'm 67% favored to win at the moment. But my competitor has Josh Allen and Derrick Henry, so both players in the game. So I'm pretty nervous here at this moment, but we'll get into that.
It's tough because yeah. We'll
let's talk about the breaking news. Right before we started, you mentioned Le'Veon Bell was cut by the Jets.
Yeah, man. Just last year, 4-year, $52 million, and to get cut, obviously he didn't gel. There's not much more to say than what's been said. It's just it is a shock. This is one of those instances when you bet on yourself and it doesn't work out. 'Cause he sat out all 2018. You and I were talking. He was trying to get an even bigger payday. Ended up walking out with something like $13 million a year with the Jets, only to get cut a season later.
Was it one season? I thought it was like 2.
No, he last year was his.
Oh,
he sat out
no.
2018.
What just
sat
happened?
out 2018.
Oh my God,
then,
what's happening?
Oh, you watching the game?
What just happened? I'm watching the ESPN odds and it's swinging like 92% back to Will all of a sudden. Sorry, that was really distracting.
Oh well, no. They just scored a touchdown though. That's why.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he just heaved like a 40-yard touchdown or something to of all people to TJ Yeldon, the third running back.
Motherfucker.
It wasn't that long, but yeah, it was 20. It was a 20.
Yeah, now it's 136, 139. So I'm hanging on by a thread.
Oh man, and who do you've got? Anyone in this?
No, man, I'm done.
Oh, Snikes.
Fuck you, Will. If you're watching, fuck you.
Well, just like fuck Will, Le'Veon Bell is probably
you,
saying, fuck you, Adam Gase. This is kind of crazy because Adam Gase is probably on the way out too, or he should be at least. The Jets are just one of those bottom 3 like organizations. I used to think Jacksonville was down there, but Doug Marrone, Tom Coughlin, those types of personalities that have come through kind of put that franchise up a little higher. Jets though, man, they're bottom of the barrel, man. I mean, that's them and the Washington football team.
So has anyone been fired from the Jets yet?
No.
Do you think
technically Le'Veon Bell?
I guess so. Yeah. So I mean, is anything else? I don't know. I don't know much.
No, man. Basically, you drafted him either late 1 or early 2nd. I mean, it happened to be Matt in our league, which tied the knot this weekend. Sent some love out to him. But as far as fantasy team, it's probably an RIP when your first or second round does not pan out as his is. Was Le'Veon Bell. So let's go on, man. We can we already touched on the Monday night game. The only other thing I'll add would be Justin Herbert, man. I found out he was the only first rookie to throw for 4 TDs on a Monday night game. Pretty cool. K-Who, we were wondering why the hell he got a goose egg from Michael Thomas. Turns out he was supposed to play all along, but altercation with a teammate during the practice session, a la maybe something like an Earl Thomas.
Was it like kicking the field, or is it like a practice leading up to the game?
I think it was a practice leading up to the game, and they made the decision on game day. So I don't know, man. Who knows what he was doing? I mean, he's a cocky kind of guy, so I don't know if he was just mouthing off or what. But
yeah, and then I didn't play Sanders, and he scored I think like 26 points because he was in, and he was like the primary target. So I missed out on that. I probably could have put up a better fight with Will here. Because my Gronk thing didn't work out, so yeah, he's probably gonna get it cut this next week. But anything to add on the game?
Bronco Bangs, huh? Nah, I would just say Latavius Murray. He might not have shown it fantasy-wise, but it looks like this guy is starting to eat into Alvin Kamara's production. This is something to keep an eye on. Maybe they're just running a little more balanced to keep Alvin fresh for later in the season. But even if that's the case, hey, this might be a cat to stash for a little bit. But yeah, let's go on, man. Let's get to
Speaking
the
of
ads.
stash,
Yeah.
what's the difference between add and stash? Add's like to play now, and stash is hold on for later. Is that where we're going with?
Yeah, oh, yeah. It's really just a add, yep, exactly. That's it. It should be just add and drop. I mean, I just like stash trash. They rhyme, right? But yeah,
so
stash is like that
okay.
little lottery ticket. Remember, I like to use that term too. Just something might work out for a couple weeks. See some upside in it. Of course, if it doesn't pan out, you ditch it. By week 3, 4. I mean, week 4, 3. But yeah, man. So
who is on your ad list this week?
and see, I'm trying not to go too obvious, right? But I'll name a guy from each position. I think Dalton is definitely an ad this week. He's stepping into a high-octane offense for Dak, who rest in peace to the ankle. But, I mean, 3 high-caliber receivers. Zeke. I mean, what else is there to say? Yeah, the O-line lost 2 or 3 of the starting 5, which was pretty consistent over the last 6-7 years. But I don't know. They got a little clutch it factor, and if you're worried about any chemistry, Dalton already showed it with even with Gallup on one of those comeback drives. How do you say it, man? Gallup's like in his 3rd year, yet he's shown that you can just throw it in the vicinity. He'll still go up and grab it. It's not – you shouldn't ditch the Cowboys because Dak's gone. I think we already knew that. It's not like you're dropping Zeke or Cooper because of Prescott's gone. But a guy like Mike Gallup who on, off, week on, week off, I don't know, man. Give it a shot, man. Like Tony Dungy said, it might be a blessing that the Cowboys had this happen because Dalton's a different kind of quarterback that can step in that teams have not seen the first 4 weeks on film. So it might be a little element of surprise spark that Cowboys need, man. Turn this bitch around.
But they have seen a lot of film on him, but granted, it wasn't in this offense. So they might be able to pick up on tendencies. He's not like a known commodity. I'm going to throw one at you on an ad on the quarterback. You usually don't like to talk about quarterbacks, but Derek Carr, man, I pulled him out on he's only rostered in 15% of the leagues, but he's been scoring just as much as Deshaun Watson, and he's averaging 28 points a game, and that's probably a lot due to he had a big game against Kansas City where he scored into the 40s. And I think Deshaun Watson also had a big week for me this past week, and it's like the 30-somethings. But I've just noticed no one really has him in a lot of leagues. It just seemed quite available if you need a quarterback.
I think people bailed on him early, man. Probably after week 1, and that I guess they just didn't have faith in what Gruden was doing and how he turned it around. Because Carr's a different person, man. And I mean, they always said Gruden was in love with him. And they always say Gruden's a quarterback whisperer. Of course, people tell people in Houston that O'Brien was a QB guru too. That didn't turn out well, but Gruden's got the pedigree, man, the pelts on the wall. And Derek Carr showed it, man. Showed it again. I like it. That's a hit, man, on us. We called Derek out last week. We said, hey, go ahead, scoop him up, man.
I think we actually have it listed here. I think we'll talk about hits and misses towards the end. So real quick, do you have any ads for us, or do you want to go into stash? Or
obviously you watched yesterday, Herbert. Herbert's the stash. Oh yeah, I got to go.
I think you even called that out.
Ad. Yeah, so RB. I'll go Wendy's position on ad. RB. I called out Alex Madison too, man. So I know we skipping around, man, but that was a hit too. Madison's there, stepped in for Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook got the soft groin tissue injury. We know the soft tissue that lingers. It's kind of hard to predict, figure out what's going on. Can't really read that kind of injury, like a sprain, 6 to 8 weeks, or an ACL, you out for the year. Groin is like, how are they feeling? How do they test out every week? If you want to dig a little deeper, man, I got a stash for you for later. Receiver, I think we all know Claypool. Chase Claypool, Pittsburgh Steelers, 4 touchdowns. He should already be rostered. If he's not rostered, you got LaVisca. And if you don't got LaVisca, I mean, this might be time to pick up another man's trash and play it as your treasure. You got Henry Ruggs, finally showed out. You got Brandon Cooks. Everybody been fucking waiting to show out. You got this one guy. I'll save him for the stash, but we'll come back to him. Last position is tight end. I'm just going to say it, another hit. Nobody picked up Cameron Brate last week. go ahead and get him, man. 5 catches, 44 yards. It's only going to go up from there with Brady as your quarterback and a hurt O.J. Howard and a blocking Rob Gronkowski, as you know.
Yes.
Beans.
Yes, I know. That's exactly what I thought when I was watching the game. Just like which tight end was actually getting the balls thrown at his way, and it wasn't Gronk. So very astute point there.
The segue to the stashes, man. I mean, working backwards, tight end. We talked about Dan Schultz for the Cowboys. He should already be rostered. So I know he laid kind of a goose egg last week, but look for this guy named Irv Smith Jr., Minnesota Vikings. 4 catches, 64 yards. I'd say he's a stash, maybe because of short-term matchup too. He's got a pretty decent schedule in the next 3 weeks, starting off with the Falcons.
Yeah, it sucks for. Sorry, I was just going to quickly say on the tight end for the Cowboys, it does suck. He laid a goose egg, but that was more due to the Dak Prescott injury. And so people like the Stinky Richards, who had been playing Jimmy Graham, he didn't do anything. Then he put in the Cowboys tight end, and Jimmy Graham kind of didn't go off, but he had like a decent game. I think 13 points or something because Nick Foles, him and they seem to have a better connection. And then goose egg with the tight end, so just kind of. Yeah. Sucks for you.
A little bit of luck, right? Yeah. A little bit of luck.
It's a lot of luck. It's tough. I think a lot of guys in our league have had a lot of tough luck, and then COVID has complicated things a lot.
Yeah. And, gotta let that bench depth, gotta be prepared for anything, I guess. That's just how it's gonna be. At least we all dealt the same hand, Shit. Who knows, man? Maybe they'll have COVID rankings in the near future. Which teams are more likely to fuck up and to have their shit, rescheduled or suspended because their players can't, whatever it may be. I digress, man. On the receivers, I like to call this, do you end up watching Tiger King during the pandemic?
I did. That
motherfucker crazy, huh? I was just thinking about him. I'm gonna call this guy Jeff Smith.
I think Nicolas Cage is going to be the guy who portrays the Tiger King. I believe so.
Shit, Joe Exotic.
Yeah, Joe Exotic.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, my Joe Exotic here is Jeff Smith, this guy for the Jets. Oh, nobody really knows him. Yeah. This is my Olemade. This is my Week 6 Olemade Zacchaeus. So this Jeff Smith guy.
Love that
name. I'm not saying he did shit this week. Okay. I think he had 3 catches, 20 yards. Motherfucker got 11 targets. So I don't know if you get thrown to 11 times. I mean, some shit's gonna eventually stick. So that's my target king right here, man. That's the target king. You know what I'm saying? So if for some reason you in one of them weird ass leagues, you get points for targets, which should be nobody. But if you do, hey, pick him up because I don't know. He's getting the love, and if you get the opportunity, like we talk about on the show, shit, eventually them points coming. Running back, this was kind of weird. I wasn't high on anyone on the Washington football team, but J.D. McKissick. It looks like he's getting that Chris Thompson type role, who's now in Jacksonville, but he's getting enough receptions ahead of the starter, the rookie Gibson right now. Even though Gibson's the early down back, the guy getting the touchdowns, the goal line carries. It's like where Gibson leads J.D. McKissick in touchdowns, J.D. McKissick beats Gibson in 5-6 receptions a game. So it's almost equal, right? 6-7 points a touchdown versus 6-7 catches in a PPR league. So I don't know. This guy may slowly start trending up. Maybe keep the rookie fresh. I don't know. The Washington football team knows they're not going anywhere this year, so they're probably trying out most of their players this next phase of the season to see who's sticking and who they're, hey, like the tag says, trashing, and fuck QBs. We don't need to go into QBs.
Yeah, I think earlier I did bring up QBs, so but it's a good point though. That, between Andy Dalton, Derek Carr, there's still a lot of QBs, and again, there's not really a problem picking those up, even if you're a Minshew fan,
But I will tell you, Stinky Riches. I will tell you, man. Cutlass, trash. These boys, I mean, they should just be deleted from the database, not even be on the waiver wire free agent list. Jimmy G, I'm sorry, Matt. I'm sorry, Steve, y'all 49er boys. Jimmy G, absolute garbage. I mean, look, this guy wasn't even hot last year. I know they took him to the Super Bowl. They runner-ups and shit, silver medalists. But 17th ranked QB in fantasy last year. Show as hell ain't did shit this year.
Didn't he get?
I don't know, man.
Didn't he get benched? Didn't he get benched this past weekend?
Yeah, he did get benched. So people might say, nappy, overreacting. But I mean, look, man, you could find a better QB2 that's dependent on schedule than this guy. Because, I mean, on top of him alone not having a talent, on top of him alone not having the characteristic to raise other people around him, his teammates, to a better talent level, because guys he's playing with, I don't know, that receiving core, Deebo Samuel, is he back? He's not back to health. You know what I mean? George Kittle's about all you got. The running team, Jarrett McKinnon returning, but as brilliant as Shanahan is, I don't know if he can squeeze any more juice out of Jimmy G, man. He might just need that fresh bolt right there, get someone else in just to pick it up for everybody else, because this guy is not a leader. He's not leading the team.
Remember when he made the news wire for like going out on a date with that porn star? Remember that?
Hey, good for him. Yeah, I was gonna say, hey, shit, he's a good-looking motherfucker, man. It's just, you know. So was Brady Quinn, though, man, and you know.
So I think in trash, probably Gronk for me is in that list, and you know you can end up seeing him on the waiver wire. So that he's definitely going to waiver wire for me. So someone else out there can take the risk on him. And
I told you, man, you hung on to him for so long.
I think, yeah. I think seeing that game in his name is eluding me. Who's the tight end? Who's the other tight end for the Bucks? Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Just see he's definitely the route runner as of now. Maybe Gronk develops a little bit of red zone stuff, but even then he's kind of like now he pushes more at best as like a Darren Fells player, where even, you know, Fells gets his red zone targets, but it's so inconsistent you can't depend on that. It's just if you're really in a pinch. So yeah.
I feel like one of the ways you can read a tight end how they're going to be integrated into the offense is the contract. You know what I mean? Brate and Gronk, two guys that aren't commanding a high enough salary. You know what I mean? You kind of see, kind of like the Texans, we got 3 tight ends. Kind of like the Rams, they've got 3 tight ends. Guys that ball gets spread to all of them. Some weeks he makes a play, other weeks the other one. You know, then the other weeks the third one. I think I'm not saying we could have known, but I would have assumed, hey, Gronk, you know, not getting in there to be a stud. Gronk was probably comfortable with that. But, I mean, hey, you never know. Watch what happens once you drop him. His ass is going to go off.
That's exactly what – and not to say that Cameron Brate was, like, killing it. I mean, his past 2 games was only like 7 and 9, so almost equally to Gronk. Yeah. But, you know, but that's out of, like, 1 target. Then the previous game against Chicago was 6 targets. So, interesting to see. But so far, yeah. Bye-bye, Gronk.
Now, a couple guys that I'm sure some people have rostered. I know some people have rostered. Or scooped up, paid a lot of money on the free agent waiver wire. Oh, my bad. Malcolm Brown, running back, LA Rams. Malcolm Brown came to the scene. R. Kelly that pissed on everybody week 1. Just dick out and everything. 2 touchdowns. Everybody scrambled to get him. Ain't done shit since. I'm sorry, Stevie. Drop him, man. It's time to drop him. I know you paid a lot of money, but what are you holding on to? I know you gave up a good free agent pick and you got a bench spot for him. Time to let go of Malcolm Brown. Akers is back. He's healthy. He's a rookie. I think Henderson, a little hurt right now, but unless there's an injury happening there, I think you let him go and just – it's okay to admit you lose some, you know, because you ain't going to win them all. A.J. Green's another guy. Man, A.J. Green, love him as a player. But he's one of the butterface girls. You know, it's everything but the face. He's off floor, no upside. And unless he's on the cover, Lil Wayne, no ceilings. There ain't no reason to have A.J. Green rostered. I don't even know if that's a hot take because we mentioned that last week.
We did, but this seems more like a final like nail in the coffin that you're saying, you know, go ahead and drop him. Which just feels so weird to say about like a starting, wide receiver or player.
And I haven't watched enough. I only watched, I think, last week.
But you're right. I mean, it's like his production's been 10, 5, 8, 1, 0. Did he not play in Baltimore?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So has he been battling injuries, or is it just, you know, something else?
He lost out the Red Rocket last year. Yeah, he was out most of last year. So I really couldn't tell you, man. He was always a guy known for his hands, catch radius. Not really a guy known for like separation and things of that nature. So I kind of like those kind of guys. That means they usually last longer than the speed guys because once that element's done, as they get older, the
Larry Fitzgerald, Andre Johnson.
Yeah, still around, yes sir. So I mean, we'll see. It's a shame though, man. I tell you. Move on, brother.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the game. I mean, we've kind of already discussed it a little bit, and where are we? We're probably towards.
Right now, it's I think right outside 4 minutes, fourth quarter. 28-16.
I think Will finally just. I think Will just took me over in the game.
Oh no, let me refresh.
Yeah, let me see.
I needed a few points. I had Stephon Diggs. I just came
Yep.
back to get.
Yep.
D.
I officially
Oh
lost.
shit,
Damn.
bro.
Yeah.
You were 3-1, and he remains undefeated. Damn, Beans.
Dude, he went from being like in turmoil, not having players, to game was on, and now he's gone back to beating me. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to swallow there. What I would have. Sorry, I'm all jumping all over the place here. So far, 146 to 139. We could probably figure out who the survivor is going to be eliminated, and announce that live on the air.
Oh yeah, let's do it. I don't know. You got that sound bite, that music ready or what?
I think I do actually. Let me see.
Well, I'll go ahead and I mean it was a good week. D had me. He was up 134 to 124, but I had Diggs, and I mean it wasn't looking promising at first, but Diggs ended up coming through here. D's trying to turn around too, champion from last year. But you know, I'll tell you, one guy didn't hit 100 this week. That was Kehu, but he's already been eliminated. So the next man up.
So we know that my father's been eliminated. Kyle's been eliminated. Has Randy been eliminated? We don't have. Do we have the list nearby? Get that up.
Yeah. Let me get that up. It's gonna be in the Discord chat. All right, I got it. Yeah. So as you mentioned, week 1 Randy was out. Week 2 Kyle. Week 3 D. Week 4 Bob. Last week Bob was eliminated. Now what's crazy here is the lowest score is Kehu. He already eliminated. So we go to the next lowest score, right? Cervenka.
Ooh, is it him? 121.
121. Tank's got the lowest right now.
And
oh, I'm sorry. No, it's not. It's Steve. It's Captain America, baby.
Was Steve in it? Oh, poor Steve.
Yeah, poor Steve. 107, 82.
Oh, I'm sorry, Steve.
Not only you lose the game, but you get that. I was thinking it was Tank because Tank was actually immune. He scored the highest last week, so he wouldn't have got eliminated this week had he had the lowest. So that's crazy though. It ended up
I forgot we have
Steve.
immunities.
Yeah.
Immunities.
So yeah, looks like Stevie's out with a 107. He does have one player. Oh, it's the Bills D. Okay, crickets.
Crickets.
Right. Let's move on, brother. Anything else on Balls Deep? Man, it's a beautiful time, man. You got to trade. It's fantasy ball. We've been waiting all year for this. We were scared if you were part of the pandemic. You didn't know what was gonna happen, man.
Yeah, man. So we got hits and misses. We kind of already touched on them, I think. But what about the one public advice did you get? Did you remember who? I think it was a matter of who we're starting. It was like OBJ and then a handful of wide receivers. And there's a recommendation of which one.
I said OBJ, and he didn't do that well. I think he just had a few catches. He didn't get double-digit points. So
I think he said don't because he had a big game.
I hope I said don't, but I'm thinking I did because
we'll have to look at the
Deer Park, Texans. I want to apologize to all the Deer Park Texans for that stupid recommendation by me. Yeah, I don't remember, man. We'll look it up though, and I know he tried to check in on us this time, but
yeah.
Get his ass. Yeah. Aside from the guys we mentioned earlier, Darius Slayton, he hit 8 catches, 129 yards. Would have had an even more of a monster game had he had that touchdown. That was a called back, controversial call. A couple other apologies. Ebron, he only had 1 catch. I thought he was gonna pop off, man. I guess he's gonna play that 1 week on, 1 week off type bullshit. We knew he was touchdown dependent. I just figured he'd get one against the Eagles, playing a good matchup. But another guy was Justin Jefferson, the second man for Minnesota, versus a bad Seattle defense. Just thought it was gonna go off. Ended up. Minnesota did put up some points, man. They hung right in there, tight one till the end, but Thielen was the one there. He got all the love, 2 touchdowns in that game, so the rookie didn't get nothing this time around. But we'll try again, man. We'll try again. Shit, we'll see if we hit this week on a couple boys, you know.
Okay, good. Yeah, I don't really have too many because I don't think I came with a lot of ammo last time, nor did I tonight, given all the technical difficulties. I'm just kind of along for the ride tonight, so.
Yeah,
I appreciate you bringing all the knowledge as you normally do.
Hey, we'll close it out with a couple of updates from our league. Aside from I guess what we haven't already touched on. We said who's out in Survivor. Looks like Will's the only undefeated team right now, sitting at 5-0. Fucking beans, you had it, dog.
I just slipped right through my hands, man. I was so
I had
excited.
on Diggs, so shit, I needed some of that Josh Allen. So
I need to look at it and see if I would have won had I played X or Y player, like
you're
Emmanuel
gonna upset
Sanders.
yourself.
No, yeah, that's always a fun thing to do. I don't think I would have though, because I think that bomb pass really fucked me there.
Well, the next side pots we got the mini Survivor. So
Actually, I would have 26 points. That would have helped me a lot.
So I mean,
sorry.
although you are 3-2, you're still in the race for the Benjamin for that $100 Survivor. You're still in the race for the mini Survivor, another $25, and then I mean, it's still money to be won. This is money to be won by everybody, no matter what the record is. I'll tell you, the side pots we got left here. Actually, week 5, we got that soulmate side pot. So all of us, there's someone missing on our schedule we don't play since it's just a 10-week season, and there's 12 of us. So you play 11 other people, but they're only 10 weeks.
So it looks like I'll go to 3-2. Flash Gordon's will go to 3-2. Stinky Richards will drop down to 1-4. Captain America, did he get a win? This week? No, he's gonna go 0-5.
Oh shit.
No, is Randy gonna go 0-5?
Oh yeah, he lost to Bob. Bob.
Jesus Christ.
Bob touched him.
So then, are you going to 4-1?
Yeah, 4-1, and then Will at 5-0.
Dang, man, power division right there. The Unicorns. What are they doing? 2-2.
Were they creeping? They creeping at 2-2, huh? I think they ended up. The Unicorns ended up winning, beating Tank.
Ooh. Okay.
Although I don't know, Tank's needs 3 more points. He's got a wide receiver, Gabriel Davis here.
So Tank,
slot rookie, I think.
He could go to 4-1, and then the Ballbusters would be, I guess, he's winning too, 4-1. Y'all running now.
Vu? You talking about Vu?
No. I was trying to figure out what my father's Cypress Ballbusters were doing, if they won this week. Anyway, it does shake it up a little bit, but so does this put out any hopes of playoff contention for the 0-5 teams? And what about the kind of 1-5?
Not yet, man. I guess once you go back past 500, maybe. I mean, we only got 7 spots this year. But I mean, theoretically, Will could still lose the next 5.
So how does that work? How do the playoffs work? Is it top like 2 or 3 in each division, or is it just all around better record? Like if your division has good records,
it's just better record. Yeah, it's just better record, top 7.
So okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So, all right, man. Shoot. I mean, if you find yourself in a predicament like this, like we've said it every week, trade. But I mean, heck, I mean you almost, there's nothing to trade now, so you want to spend that bid money, get that waiver wire though. It's it, man. Now you gotta play for pride. Ain't no reason to give up though. Hey, go ahead and hog other motherfuckers. Check on a team that's coming up. Check on one, like a team like Will, undefeated, or somebody riding high. Check their squad. See when their bye week's coming up. See if their bench is equipped to handle and substitute for their bye week. And if not, go ahead and snag that pick up right now, man, so that motherfucker can't get it and fuck up his bye weeks. I mean, there's a lot of things.
At this, if you're 1-5 or 0-5 or 1-4, you might as well blow up your roster and see what happens. Because at this point, all bets are off. You have to win out. That doesn't mean make stupid decisions. Make logical decisions. I think. Speaking of logical decision making, we're going to go into some text from Nishki, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a good verse for us tonight?
Yeah, I do. I actually read one beforehand this time, so I can interpret it. Yeah. This is still kind of hard, but all right. Yeah. Let's end the night, man.
Advanced
beautiful
literature.
Night. This is Nishki, man. This is 1800 philosopher, man. He really negative tone. Disrespects a lot of philosophers before his time. Just doesn't believe that everything's already written in stone and we should follow everything verbatim. He honestly got the faith in free expression and that 20 different ways to skin an animal, that type of mentality. But so this is his verse on the free spirit right here, which is how you gotta attack this fantasy ball. There's only so much we can do. The rest is the free spirit. You gotta let the spirit roam as it does, freely. That was Nappy Nap, but here's Dishki. A new order of philosophers is appearing. I shall venture to baptize them by a name not without danger. As far as I understand them, as far as they allow themselves to be understood, for it is their nature to wish to remain something of a puzzle. These philosophers of the future might rightly, perhaps also wrongly, claim to be designated as tempters. Tempters. This name itself is after all only an attempt, or, if it be preferred, a temptation. Ooh, I like that one, man. That one rolled off the tongue very nicely. Not that many hard words.
That was heavy.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, something along the lines of the for reals versus the fraudulence, the contenders versus the pretenders. You know, what's going on? You got a new wave, a new age. These motherfucking podcast bitches that think they can hang with balls deep, but think they can go, but nothing. They shrimp dick bitches that couldn't hit the shallow side of the pool. So stay cool and in your lane, understand? God damn.
Man, it's a shame our bit rate's just going through the roof right now. It looks like our frame rate's pretty good. I don't think it's that great. Wait. Okay, well, we'll have to monitor that. I really think this is the weekend that the studio gets complete. Bob's coming up. We're going to work on it. We're at least going to finish the exterior, so we're all drive it home. And if you haven't been watching or you're not in the know, we have a new studio coming. It's going to be exciting. It's going to help the content production level of this by the tenfold. Yeah, that's all I really got. And this was a kind of haphazard episode. I appreciate you going balls deep so late with us this evening. But we'll figure it out.
Love y'all, man.
Yeah, it's good, man.
Another shout out. Matt tying the knot. If you were at the wedding Sunday, you witnessed Peyton Manning get his jersey retired. You witnessed another player hang up the jersey.
It was. Do you know where they're going for a honeymoon? Are they doing something for the honeymoon? Or are they just chilling?
I don't know, but I know he pussy popping. I know he doing it. So think of me, bro. Think of me. Love you, man. Peace.
Peace.